Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saat ini saya berada di kampus Kesesat University di Mongkut, Thailand. Kesesat ini merupakan universitas yang sangat terkenal, sangat besar, dan pada pagi ini saya berada di kantin di kampus ini bersama salah seorang alumni dari Kesesat ini dan sekarang menjadi dosen di perguruan tinggi lain, yaitu Dr. Wattanai Onn.
Wattanai Onn Samman.
Wattanai Onn. Saya sudah lama kenal dengan beliau ini dan saya panggil Miss Pin.
Pin, yes.
Good morning. I am now in the Kesesat University campus.
Bangkin. The main campus.
Yeah, Bangkin. We are very happy to have Dr. Wattanai Onn, my friend, for several years, and she's graduate from this university, but now she work for other university.
Yes.
Mongkut University. Right?
Yeah, I'm a postdoc researcher now under the Mongkut.
Yeah. And while we have tea and also
nice
mint
coffee.
chocolate and what is this?
The coffee.
Coffee,
The nice
yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about agriculture in Thailand. Yeah? We know that Thailand is very famous in agriculture. Thailand, one of the largest exporting country in rice, for rice, you know?
Yeah, and many things too, like sugarcane, cassava, para rubber, maybe less than Malaysia.
Durian.
Yeah, durians. All the
mangkok.
fruits.
You know, durian
rambutan, mangosteen.
Yeah, everything.
Mango. Yeah.
Mango. And also vegetable, right?
Pardon?
Vegetable.
Yeah. So many vegetables.
So we will talk briefly about agriculture in Thailand, so that our students in Indonesia will also know how the people in Thailand and also maybe the university and the researcher do much in order to improve the production, the yield, and also the income of the farmer in the agricultural field. So, Ms. Pin, could you please tell us about agriculture in
Thailand?
Yeah.
Maybe I would say overall in this country, as you see that our country, we have different kind of climate and topography. You can see in the north, in the north of Thailand, is a mountainous and kind of temperate. So mostly we grow tea, coffee, some temperate vegetable, and some orchard like they grow in the temperate. If we go to the northeast of Thailand, which is the plateau, it's quite dry, and the soil there is mostly sandy. And also we have some salted saline soils, which is the big problem in this part. But this part with the saline soils is the largest part to produce the jasmine rice, the very good one that we export. Yeah, and mostly the farmers there, they grow cash crop like maize, and mainly is the jasmine rice and rice. And this kind we have the parts we have. The main problems is the water scarcity, because it's the plateau, and also the soil, they don't keep the moisture enough, and our irrigation is not yet access to most of the farmers. The irrigation here, we access to the farmer about, I guess, 20% from total. And if we go to the central plain here, like Bangkok and the central part, mainly we grow the paddy field.
Yes.
The rice is the main thing, and also some orchard, the tropical fruits, right? No, that's the east part. I would say mango,
Mango.
banana. So many varieties of banana. What else? Some vegetable, like the leafy green and all spices.
Yes.
Oh, also in the northeast we produce shallot and garlic. That's what's famous too.
Yeah.
And
What about orange?
orange
Yes.
in the central part too, but in kind of west. Actually, in Bangkok, we have the orange that we call Kiao Wan. That is a variety of this fruit. This orange, it was very popular, but with some change in the urbanization and everything. Now those parts at the suburb of Bangkok already gone, and that's one they have like special soil, because it's kind of like the muddy, the sediments that they sediment there, and a bit acidity soils, and it with everything with how to package water.
Yes.
Yeah. We can produce really good orange,
I see.
but with the urbanization, those already gone, and we have some the waste from the village and the urbanization, which is affect directly to the orange. So I think like few years ago when I was studying PhD, I visited that once in the urban soil class.
Yes.
They have only like small farm with this kind of orange that the farmers still want to conserve their tradition and their everything. But they have a lot of problems with the flooding, with the water quality. So the government here, they try to promote and subsidy for them. So those area and the orange become the GI fruit. But
So
a very small
what
scale.
kind of subsidy the government give to the farmer? What kind of subsidy?
Okay, so everything. Like they go to not that one. The knowledge first.
I see.
And also I think also some the adjustment the land because they have problem of the flooding.
Yeah.
And also some wastewater. They always like have the officer from extension to visit them and see how the problems, because they want to keep this kind of orange, because we lost all the land to the urbanization. That's the problem. If you come here in Central Park in Bangkok, even in Bangkok like 20 years ago, we grow so many vegetables and fruits, but now it's become like city. Also in the west part in Ratchaburi province, this one is also the largest place to grow the fruits, like guava, orange, and some vegetable. But with intensive pesticide, herbicide, the yield declined, and the pests, the insect, and everything just resistant to the herbicide and the pesticide. So like the more they resist, the more they take the chemical and fertilizer for the product. Now I think so many of them move to another part to grow the orchard. That place was like they have the canal. It's very, I can say it's fertile with the water and the soil, but with the practice, with the intensive, everything just become like deteriorate and degraded.
Yes, you just mentioned about the use of pesticide. There's very give the many negative effect to the environment, also to the people.
Yeah, to
and also,
the environment too. The water they use.
Resistance of the wheat after the long period of application of the, let's say, herbicide or something like that. So, is it also happen with the rice, because rice also need pesticide and also herbicide, do you have a problem with wheat resistance in the paddy field?
From my experience, I don't have much experience this way, but there are some parts It depends on the farmer's practice, you know. Or everything I said intensive. It
Yes.
means like the farmer's practice
Yes.
because they always think that they don't do follow to the direction.
Yes.
They want to eat some more and more, and
yes.
that is become the problems that the pest resist to the
Yes.
chemical.
So that's mean overdose, right?
Yeah, always overdose, and also any safety things and
Yes.
stuff they don't follow to the direction.
yeah.
That is the problems, and it takes time, and it's getting worse.
So about the rice, how many times the farmer grow rice in 1 year?
Even year, if you are in irrigated area, you can grow 2.5. Like 2 years, you can grow 5 times.
Yes.
If with a rain fed, just 1 time a year.
So what about the year? The year.
The
of
yield,
per
it
hectare?
depends on the varieties. It's just
The
smooth
average.
rice. The average, I think 600 or 700 kilogram per rice.
6 ton. 6 ton.
600, no, 0.6 ton. 600 kilo, 600 kg,
6,000 kg.
600.
Only 6
Not 6,000, yeah. I was 607 for, for white rice. It's jasmine rice is a little bit less. No, 6,000, no, 6,000.
Not 6 ton per hectare.
600. 600.
Yeah. That's very low.
Low, it's quite low. It's compared to Vietnam. We are lower than Vietnam.
Oh yeah. In Vietnam, they can produce 7 ton per hectare.
7 or
7
hectare? It's
Yeah, I mean per hectare.
per hectare, I don't know. I have to multiply by 6.
Maybe,
Quite.
maybe the same. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe also 6 ton per hectare. Maybe.
Yeah, about maybe Vietnam about 800 or 900 kg per rice. Not hectare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's very interesting. Now let's move to the vegetable. You also mentioned about vegetable.
Vegetable, yeah.
There are many kind of vegetable that the farmer grow here. So, what is the most important vegetable here in Thailand? Maybe the Thailand also export it
Exports?
to other countries. What?
In domestic, I would say chili
Chili.
and garlic
Yes.
and some earth like basil, no? Yeah, because we use a lot lemongrass,
Yes.
something like that. But to export, what I know, export a vegetable.
What about garlic?
Oh, maybe I forget in English, the green. I forget English name.
Pepper?
The vegetable, this one I heard that they export to Japan.
Cucumber?
Yeah, no cucumber. Roselle.
Oh, Russia.
Yeah, they export to Japan.
Yeah.
And other, I think the young corn. Yeah, they do
Baby
that.
corn, baby
Yeah,
corn,
baby
yeah.
corn,
Yeah.
baby corn. And what else? Not that much. No, I
Is
think
it canning, right?
yeah, in canning
Yeah.
with the baby corn. But with the roselle, it's just fresh one.
Yes.
And I think maybe some spices that we also export, but it's very less.
Yeah. What about chili? You also export chili?
Chili, I'm not sure. We have so many kind of chili here. If you have a chance to try, no?
Yes.
But mostly, I think it's already only in domestic mainly. Because we also have the problem with the standard to export with the contamination,
Pesticide. You mentioned about the pesticide. I mean, herbicide, insecticide, fungicide in almost every aspect of agricultural practices, right? A paddy field, vegetable, something like that. What about the impact of the use of pesticide to the, let's say, water quality, and also it will affect the drinking water, you know.
I think drinking water is okay because we need to process beforehand. But what I have experienced in some case, there are the professor, they test their blood and their hair.
Yes.
And they found that they have some kind of pesticide that contaminate in their blood. Yes, with their practice daily. But they don't know because we don't see anything like that. Everything just contaminates and we take it daily. I don't know, maybe it's just from vegetable that they grow or vegetable that they not, or when they just doing the pesticide thing. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's very interesting, you know. The other thing, we have many universities, you know, and many and almost each universities have the agriculture field of study, agronomy, soil science, and food technology, animal husbandry, and fishery, something like that, you know. What about do the young generation here in Thailand still like to choose the
Farming.
farming, or they tend to move to another field of study that's
another
more,
industry.
Yeah, maybe economy, engineering, or something like that.
Yes. It's the big problems. I would say about the studying, because I think not all the university here they have agriculture faculty, but we have enough students to admit. But the main thing that I would like to share is about our generation, the farmer generation. We have a very big problems with the average year of our farmers.
Yes.
It's about, I think, 55 or above. This is our farmers' average year. And with this, with the new technology or the new knowledge and learning, it's very hard to practice for them.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it's kind of affect to our farming with the practice of whatever. But the government try to attract the new generation as the young farmer project to like the children that they graduate or study and finish the bachelor in whatever field and they have the background with the farming. They attract them to go back to their hometown and do the farming, and they subsidize everything too. Yeah, and they want to make. For me personally, we want to make those young generation farmer to be like the entrepreneur. You know, they can produce their own. They can do the market. They can do the product. They can do the whatever they can do by their own. They don't need to rely on the middleman or whatever like it was before. So this thing have been running to generate the new generation to be the farmer, but it's not enough though.
Yes.
And mostly in the rural area, the young people come to city and they left the children and old people there in the farm.
Yes.
And it's kind of like the cycle. They get that, they pay for farming with the disaster, the natural stuff, things that they cannot control. Some they get benefits, some they just lost benefits, but mostly I think they lost. And also some the marketing demand and supply things about the product. It's been the problems a long time and it's still going on, but I think some just already alleviated. This is what we are facing now. But with the new technology, the new generation also they do more smart farming. They try to use a device to manage and practice their production, something like that. But with the old people, mostly they'll just like call. Everything just call and hire.
Yes.
Yeah, tillage, fertilize, pesticide or whatever, or even the harvest is just call and hire everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eventually, will they get a perfect amount?
Yeah.
But it's their tradition. Like then they just know that they have to do like this. It's
Yes.
their job. It's their occupation. It's the way of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that Thailand also popular with orchid,
Orchid, yes.
Orchid. When I was in US, I graduate from University of Hawaii in US, and we also have a very intensive research on orchid. And at the same time, we also have many friends from Thailand who study
In our ornaments.
in Hawaii in ornamental crop, especially in orchid, And he told us that orchid is very famous in Thailand, and I think we know it, So, do you also export orchid to another country?
Yes, we
To
do.
Japan, maybe to.
Oh, yes, we do. Also, we have what to say? The general one, no? As you see, like many. What can I say? The general one that easy to grow as the industry,
Yes.
and also we export the new breeding.
Yes.
Yeah, from the horticulturist.
Yes.
Yeah, they're also breeding the new.
To cross the
Yeah,
one
they cross
with the other, yeah.
to have a new color or new shape, and they export to.
Yeah.
In the central part, I think close to Kamphaeng campus, we
see.
have the big field of the orchid. I think this one is the main export. I mean, from the general, like you can see tulip, like they have like a whole bunch to
Yeah.
export. We have that too, and we have another variety or another species of orchid that they cross or is kind of hard to grow naturally. So they cross and they do like what to say the tissue, the tissue culture.
Tissue culture, yes.
Yeah, and export.
And you also mentioned about the organic farming, because we have a problem using pesticide and also a lot of fertilizer. Now the people tend to move to organic farming. What about the organic farming here in Thailand?
Thailand, I think if you do the organic solo, it's really hard to achieve the success.
Yes.
Mostly here in Thailand, with the organic stuff, mostly you can find here is the organic rice, organic jasmine rice, organic brown rice, something like that. We make it like the community enterprise.
Yes.
Like a farmer just come together as a group, participate together, and then they grow together. They know the market. They know how to process. And they also, if they do together, and they get training how to make it organic, like follow to the standard, to get a standard. It's easier to do it alone, like. Do it together. So mostly you can see if organic farming, it would be like a group of farmers as an enterprise, something like that. Yeah, if the solo, I think maybe a vegetable you can do it.
Yes.
Because with the cash crop or the rice organic, the yield will just reduce like half.
So that we cannot move from the conventional agriculture to organic farming.
At least 3 years.
Maybe just only for certain crop and a small amount, right? Maybe vegetable and also you mentioned about the rice. Is that for export?
Yeah.
Export.
Yeah, export.
Because the price much higher.
Yeah,
than,
much higher because we get lesser yield.
no pesticide.
Yeah,
No
and it's kind of
fertilizers.
intensive agriculture,
Yes.
like you have to survey every day in your field. Yeah.
What about the urban farming here?
Pardon?
Urban farming.
Urban.
Oh yeah.
Urban farming. Yes, there are some. Mostly they do vegetable
Vegetable. Yeah.
because it's easy. It's you can make like a pot
Yes.
and you grow in like the limited area.
Yeah, maybe in the
Terrace.
top of the building and also a vertical
And
farming.
I saw once they grow like the rice in the big pond, like yeah. But that's just their family consuming.
Yes.
But mostly they do vegetable mainly, and they sell in their community, maybe in the village or something like that. Yeah. And some community, the urban farm, they do together. Like they have the land as a public, and they grow vegetable, and people in the community can come and take care and
Yes.
buy from there.
Yeah, I think this concept is very interesting and very useful, especially for the elderly people. That's the place where they can get together to meet each other.
Yeah.
Talk and just like in the U.S. The university and also the government, the city government provide a land or along the street, actually, so that they can get together and then grow something, maybe vegetable or flower, just enjoy their time there. I think that's very important.
But the another reason is we want them to have the safety food.
Yes.
Like we have problem like the contamination or whatever.
Yes, yes.
If they can grow by their own, so they can get the safety food.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one of the food security reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about at the university? Do you have also the program like that to give a small land to the student, and then the student can grow the
Yeah.
so that
We even have here.
this
We have like one row,
Yes.
and we grow the maize, the corn.
Yes,
I even did that.
that's
but
very good. You can
I
plant
don't
it
have
in the
seed.
home,
My maize,
Yeah.
my maize don't have seed.
Yeah.
So like we learn how to grow the maize. Yeah, like we know the process as the academy or whatever. At least we did it. We have one. I don't know now, but when I was studying here, we grow maize. We get one row of each, and we grow the maize. Yeah.
Okay, I think the final statement. What would you like to say about the agriculture, especially to the young generation?
I
Not only
think
here in Thailand, but also in Indonesia or over the world.
actually in Thailand, when it was my generation, people doesn't want send their children to study agriculture because they think it's the hard work, the dirty work, whatever. But for me, agriculture is everything. It's produce your food, medicine, and everything. It's the root of life. And I think it's not about the farmer, but the government need to give the importance to this part. You make actually the farmer is the entrepreneur because they have to know everything, how to grow, how to enrich them until they're fruiting and harvest. It's not easy, the process. If you are a farmer, you will know you have to have the knowledge and the art to come together and get the fruit, right? And as I study in agriculture, it's not an easy thing. All the scientific just involving from the soil to the plant physiology to the weather and everything. You have to know everything. It's not easy to get you right. So if I can pass a message to maybe the children of any kind of farmer family, I want you to be proud that you feeding the people in the world, and your job is just like feed everybody, and you have to be proud that you are feeding the people, and what you do is it's like you are entrepreneur. You have to do everything, and just have to be proud that you are the farmer, and don't stop learning because everything change every day. You get the new knowledge every day, and everything you just can apply to your stuff. You should not stop just produce the products,
Yes.
but you have to learn more about how you market it, how you to process it, how you add value and everything. Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah, this is what I want to say. Oh, and the last thing that we have the problems here. So many people just misunderstand about the chemical, the pesticide or herbicide that we have said before.
Yes.
It's not the toxic if you use it if you use it correctly.
Yeah, correctly. Yes.
It will be fine. It will be safe.
Yes.
But the problem is the practice of the farmers that they don't follow it for the direction. So the problem just become like in their own side or even to the environment.
Yes.
So the best thing is to understand the things and practice as it should be.
Yes.
Yeah, and another thing, as I study soil science, so many farmers and people they misunderstand that the chemical fertilizer is the toxic,
Yes.
which is I want you to make understanding that
Yes.
they are not the toxic if you use it properly.
Yes.
Yes, everything properly will be fine.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. We cannot feed the world without
Agriculture.
without agriculture
Yeah.
and without pesticide, herbicide, fungicide, insecticide. But we have to apply it properly.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Dr. Wattanai Onn, Miss
Welcome.
Pin. This very useful for us, and hope to see you again.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
See you.